partner Heaven and I, we're going to be showing you how to identify main effects and simple effects. And so first off, we'll start with this graph over here, and we'll answer all of these questions. So the question though for each of these graphs is, does the sex and character used to play in the Mario Kart's video game affect a person's game score? So first off, we're looking at this graph. And so just to clarify, these are overlapping, so they're different colors. So male is right on top of female, so they scored the same in each case. So let's see if they have a main effect. So is there a main effect due to sex? So because the sexes scored the same, there is no main effect due to sex. So even at Mario, the female scored the same as the men as they did at Donkey. So we're gonna circle no. Is there a main effect due to game character? Game character, no, because even when we switch from Mario to Donkey, both the males and the females score the same. So we're gonna say no to that. So now we'll go on to simple effects. So with simple effects specifically, you're supposed to just look at one of the groups. So we're only gonna identify the males. We're not gonna look at the females first. So character at male. Is there a simple effect of character at male? So just looking at the male, not the female, we're going to see that there actually is a simple effect of character at male, because when the males first start at Mario, they score a 5, but when they play using Donkey, they score a 15. So there is an effect. So we'll put yes to that. Now we'll do female. So is there a simple effect of character at female? Now excluding the males from this graph, we'll just identify the female graph. So females, same thing. When they used Mario during the game, they scored a 5, but then when they used Donkey, they scored a 15. So there is a simple effect at female. And then now lastly, sex at Mario. So again, we're gonna look at them individually. So sex at Mario, we're gonna say no, because if there's a simple effect of sex at Mario, then we'd see a difference between the sexes, but we don't. So sex at Mario is going to be a no for a simple effect. And then for sex at Donkey, it's going to be a no because the sexes don't vary. So there is no simple effect at that.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to this graph, which is very different from this graph. There's like a change in when the characters they used. So is there a main effect due to sex? Yes, because the male tends to score higher than the female. So we're going to circle yes right here. And then is there a main effect due to game character? Yes, again, because the female is stagnant compared to the male. So we're going to choose yes. And for character at male, we're going to focus only at the males and the characters that they choose. So the male tends to score higher with Donkey than the Mario character. So we're going to choose yes, there's a simple effect. And for the female character, we're going to choose no because it's a straight line. So that means nothing changed between the characters that they use. So that's going to be a no. And for sex at Mario, so the male tend to score less than the female choosing the Mario character. So that's going to be a yes. There is a simple effect of sex choosing the Mario character. And for sex at Donkey, that again is going to be a simple effect here because male tends to score higher with Donkey than female. So that's going to be a yes, there is a simple effect.
All right, so now we're gonna look at our last graph. So with this we have, let's do our main effects. So is there a main effect due to sex? So we see that if the graph was parallel and it overlapped like our first one, then that would be no interaction. But since we do have an interaction, this means that there is a main effect due to sex, because we see that the sexes score differently based on the characters. For here, they do score the same using Donkey, but the male went up from Mario to Donkey. So there is a main effect due to sex. And then lastly, is there a main effect due to game character? Yes, because from Mario, males increased from 5 to 15. And then from females, from Mario to Donkey, they didn't. But because the males increased, overall, we do have a main effect of game character. So we'll put yes to this.
Okay, so continuing on with what MyLee did, I'm going to go through simple effect. So we're going to look at if there is a simple effect of character at male. So there tends to be a simple effect for character at male because males tend to score higher with Donkey, again in this one, than they do with Mario. So we're going to put yes. And for simple effect of character at female, there's nothing that changed from them choosing Mario or Donkey because it stayed at 15. So we're going to put no, there isn't a simple effect. And we're only going to pay attention for Mario. So sex at Mario, there is a simple effect because male tends to score less than female, since this one's at 5 and female's at 15. So we're going to put yes. And for sex at Donkey, we're only going to pay attention to the time they chose Donkey. And there is not a simple effect because it's the same. So we're going to put no, there isn't a simple effect.